But my cherry ripe this week, and again, these are all patterns and setups that are in motion. So I want to see a continuation from this point, but I think it is really, really encouraging when you look at something like Zcash. The structure of the asset itself is really positive in my view. So overall, we are looking at this overhead level of 724. So that's the all-time high. That's where we want to go. Right now, we're essentially in no man's land. We're looking for more information about, all right, are we bullish, bearish? Well, right now we're essentially smack bang in the middle. We've got a few levels here which are fairly obvious, and that's why I like Zcash. It's got some really, really easy to see and plot levels, resistance, support. And this is on the weekly. I've gone to the weekly because I think it's so important to step out from the noise in this trading environment. It's a very difficult trading environment. If I see 5 trades that I like, if I'm going to trade, I'm going to narrow it down to 1. I mean, that's the environment we're in. We have to be very cautious about what we're longing, what we're shorting, what we're buying spot, what we're selling spot in. So if I'm looking at Zcash here, I'm seeing, right, we've come all the way back down from this resistance band, which got rejected, all the way back down to the 10 EMA on the weekly, pushed back up, closed back above. So that's a really nice range close. So rejected the top, rejected the bottom, but back in this choppy range. This is exactly what I want to see for Zcash to sort of base and then have another go at the top of this range. So ETH is my one to watch. And it's important because when ETH is firing, your altcoins are firing. So if ETH is not doing a thing and it's just dwindling, then I wouldn't expect altcoins to do it. I'd expect maybe, the hypes and Zcashes, sort of this idiosyncratic, asset-specific movements based on tokenomics or, users, all that kind of stuff. That tends to do its own thing. But the broader altcoin space, which, we all want to see do well again, I think, it just hasn't, fired a shot. But ETH here could be, and I say could be, trying to put in a higher low, which is important. So we've got the lows down here, 1, 2, 3. Couldn't go lower than 1536, something like that. It's been an aggressive downtrend. I also have overlaid my projection line from a newsletter last. Hi guys, hope you're enjoying the session of the Altcoin Bible so far. Just a reminder, if you want the full version of this session where I cover Bitcoin, the macro, current events in crypto, as well as more charts, Cherry Ripe, One to Watch, and Danger Zone, then make sure to become a newsletter subscriber by clicking the link below. You'll also get weekly content written by myself and the team. You'll also get access to mastermind videos, which Joe and I put together. Until then, hope you enjoy the show. Back to it. Was it January or February, I think, or maybe late last year? I can't quite remember. I thought, what's the doomsday scenario for these altcoins if we are slipping into a bear market? And it would be, going to 1,000 would be a 50% erasure. So that could still happen. It could still go to 1,200 or 1,000 if Bitcoin drops into the 50s or the 40s. Absolutely. But so far, I think Ethereum might be trying to compress here on the 10 and break up out of here. Same with Bitcoin. I think the idea that anything can rally is with some of these assets is kind of so far gone that there is a bit of a risk reward here, which is favorable to, the bulls and being long. And I'll get to Bitcoin in a sec, what we need to be watching there. Danger zone. This could very well be a one to watch slash I'm semi-interested in it, but I'm not quite there yet. Now, Hype has been one of the best performers, undoubtedly, over the last year or two. It's just been in an uptrend, really aggressive. We know why, and it's got that real world use case with the real world assets, the tradable options on it, and the burnables, the tokenomics. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you better look into it because I think it's really important for the assets that you need to be looking at, to come. But Hyperliquid, since that moment, it just couldn't breach through that 74. My want was to buy through a breakout of 74, 75. I want to see a couple of weekly closes and a bullish engulfing, through that area. But since then, it has been in a very aggressive but orderly downtrend. Nothing really massive, big wicks down. It's been, a bit of a staircase down, if it were, which is normally the other staircase up, elevator down. This has been quite nice. So it does look like some big whales have been taking profit, waiting for it to rally a bit, taking profit, rallying, taking profit. So classic downtrend there. It's a danger zone because it's trying to replicate exactly what it's done previously. Up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So up, down. It's running into the 10 daily EMA and the downtrend